Hello, 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 hello. It is day after 68. The day before's day 70 of reading the Bible in a year. And I've got Luke chapter 20 to read for my third reading today. I hope I haven't accidentally read it before. Alright. Jesus' authority questioned. Oh no. Now it happened when on one of those days, as he taught the people in the temple and preached the gospel, that the chief priests and the scribes together with the elders confronted him and spoke to him, saying, "Tell us, by what authority are you doing these things? Or is he who gave you this authority? Or who is he who gave you this authority?" But he answered them and said to them, "I also will ask you one thing, and answer me. The baptism of John, was it from heaven or from men?" And they reasoned among themselves, saying, "If we say from heaven, he will say, 'Why then did you not believe him?' But if we say from men, all the people will stone us, for they are persuaded that John is a prophet." So they answered, and they did not know where it was from. And Jesus said to them, "Neither will I tell you by what authority I do these things." He might have had that face. The parable of the wicked vine dressers. Then he began to tell the people a parable. A certain man planted a vineyard, leased it to vine dressers, and went into a far country for a long time. Now, at vintage time, he sent a servant to the vine dressers, that they might give him some of the fruit of the vineyard. But the vine dressers beat him and sent him away empty-handed. And again he sent another servant, and they beat him also, treated him shamefully, and sent him away empty-handed. And again he sent a third, and they wounded him also and cast him out. Then the owner of the vineyard said, "What shall I do? I will send my beloved son. Probably they will respect him when they see him." But the vine dressers saw him, and they reasoned among themselves, saying, "This is the heir. Come, let us kill him, that the inheritance may be ours." So they cast him out of the vineyard and killed him. Therefore, what will the owner of the vineyard do to them? He will come to destroy those vine dressers and give the vineyard to others. And when they heard it, they said, "Certainly not." Then he looked at them and said, "What then is this that is written? The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone." Where's that from? Oh, Psalm 118, verse 22. "Whoever falls on that stone will be broken, but on whomever it falls, it will grind him to powder." And the chief priests and the scribes that very hour sought to lay their hands on him, but they feared the people, for they knew he had spoken this parable against them. Well, yeah. The Pharisees, "Is it lawful to pay taxes to Caesar?" I need another cup of tea. So they watched him and sent spies who pretended to be righteous, that they might seize on his words, in order to deliver him to the power and authority of the governor. Then they asked him, saying, "Teacher, we know that you say to and teach rightly, and you do not show personal favoritism, but teach the way of God in truth. Is it lawful for us to pay taxes to Caesar or not?" But he perceived their craftiness and said to them, "Why do you test me? Show me a denarius." I'll see if I've got a coin myself. 10p. Oh. I knocked my microphone a bit. Whose image and inscription does it have? They answered and said, "Caesar's." And he said to them, "Render therefore to Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and to God the things that are God's." But they could not catch him in his words in the presence of the people, and they marvelled at his answer and kept silent. This is an old 10p piece from 1992. I was 2 years old then. The Sadducees. What about the resurrection? Then some of the Sadducees who deny that there is a resurrection came to him and asked him, saying, "Teacher, Moses wrote to us that if a man's brother dies, having a wife, and he dies without children, that his brother should take his wife and raise up offspring for his brother. Now there were 7 brothers, and the first took a wife and died without children, and the second took her as a wife, and he died without children, and the third took her, and in like manner, and the 7 also, and they left no children and died. Last of all, the woman died also. Therefore, in the resurrection, whose wife does she become? For all 7 had her as a wife." I don't know if that was the clearest way of saying it, but it was a strange voice. Jesus answered and said to them, "The sons of this age marry and are given in marriage. But those who are counted worthy to attain that age and the resurrection from the dead neither marry nor are given in marriage, nor can they die any more, for they are equal to angels and are sons of God, being sons of the resurrection. But even Moses showed in the burning bush passage that the dead are raised, when he called the Lord the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. For he is not the God of the dead, but of the living, for all live to him." Then some of the scribes answered and said, "Teacher, you have spoken well." But after they had dared not question him any more. Jesus, "How can David call his descendants Lord?" And he said to them, he being Jesus, "How can they say that the Christ is the son of David? Now, David himself said in the book of Psalms, 'The Lord said to my Lord, sit at my right hand, till I make your enemies your footstool.'" And that is from Psalm 110. Therefore, David calls him Lord. But who is he then his son? How is he then his son? Beware of the scribes. Then, in the hearing of all the people, he said to his disciples, "Beware of the scribes who desire to go around in long robes, love greetings in the marketplaces, the best seats in the synagogues, and the best places at feasts, who devour widows' houses and for a pretense make long prayers, these will receive greater condemnation. I think that Jesus was talking about people who make themselves greater than everyone else and say, oh, we do all these things. We're fantastic kind of people. Yeah. So they're raising themselves up above other people and putting down everyone else. These will receive greater condemnation. Yeah. All right, I will finish there for tonight, and tomorrow will be day 70. I'll see you then.